All right, we are live. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Get Growing Weekly Work Session with GetOiling. I am Coach Ashley, and today we are joined by both our founders, Greg and Amanda Kilwine. And today we are going to be showing you guys some amazing updates in the system and exactly how those things can be put to use for your business. But before we do so, you guys, want to say hello?
Hey everyone, we're certainly glad you're here. We got a lot of exciting stuff lined up today, so yeah, stay tuned.
Welcome everybody to today's work session. This is going to be a really good day and some good stuff coming up today.
Awesome. Good deal. So as you guys are coming in here live, go ahead and pop into the chat. Let us know where you're coming in from. And for those of you who have questions, at the end of our call today, we will have a Q&A. So go ahead and start putting in if there's something that you need some help with. We will have an opportunity to address those things at the close of our call today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. I really don't have a whole lot of slides to share with you today because we're actually going to be getting into the system and showing you some really exciting stuff that Greg has been working on here recently. All right, so again, this is all about standing out and sharing, doing this more quickly and more easily. If you saw the email that came out about this, this isn't obviously just about here's the tech that comes up in our system. At the end of the day, this tech was developed for you and your business. So we want you to really understand what this can do for you and how you can go and put these things to use to help you grow today. So first, we're going to show you how you can use this system to stand out from the crowd. We've got a particularly exciting new feature, and this is kind of a hint at what the feature is here, in a way that you can customize your website so that it is your brand and your message, and it truly looks and feels the way you want it to. You're going to learn how you can do that today. We're also going to talk about how you can simplify your sharing. There are some really powerful tools that will help you to get the message out quickly and easily to exactly who you want to. We're going to show you what that looks like. And of course, how you can connect more quickly and easily with your prospects, with your members, and with your builders, with your team. And then at the close of our call, as always, as promised, we will get into Q&A. So without further ado, Greg, let's switch it over to you so you can demo some of this magic stuff you've been working on.
Absolutely, thank you, Ashley. Let me get my screen shared out here. So it'll only take a moment while I find the right screen. And is it going? Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. All right, let's start out with maybe the really fun one here, the website fonts and colors. Now, so we've previously been able to create your own custom pages, which is, allows you to brand your site to you. But there's been some certain limits within that, like, the colors of some of the default colors can't be changed, and some of the default fonts can't be changed. Like, let's say on the blog or, some of the pages, there's some fonts there that just don't change. So now in this, like the member area, for example, if you now under My Site Settings, there's a new link here called Custom Colors and Fonts. And this is super exciting because it lets you do all sorts of awesome changes to your website and brand it to you, bringing the colors more so. The GetOiling green, as we like to call it, was primarily the focus of all the color schemes previously, but now it's like there is this option to make this a little more personalized to you. So this website's been customized. So I'll click here with the system default. But yeah, there's several presets here too, and if you want to, if you're want to dive in and be like a designer, you can choose all these different colors. Like, there's like primary colors, which are showing up here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but like primary colors and hover colors and all this. So you can, lots of fun stuff to play with. The presets give you some good option or good ideas of like, what might make sense together. But what I'm going to do, let me go, let me reset this back to the way it was without saving it, since I had something set up here. But there are now, in addition to this, now previously we had announced custom fonts. And actually with this change, there are more of them now. I think we added probably about 10 fonts that you can add in there now. And of course, if you have a custom font that you've purchased on your own, that is your own brand, by all means, let us know. You can, if you want to, you can search that little, there's a little help box in the corner of the GetOiling back office that will show you like the steps you need to take, or just send us an email at support@GetOiling, and we can always hook up your custom font for you. But now there's this list, large list of different fonts, added some choices here. You now can, for example, take off the uppercase that's always, traditionally been on the blog. And so yeah, so let me go with this. I think it was this one that we had here. And there's some options here to choose, whether you want to adjust the fonts. Relatively speaking, they're all normal, smaller or larger. So if you want to pump up the size and make it larger, but basically you have your choice now of headline font and body font. And there's some colors up here that coordinate with those as well, like the headline font and some of these other fonts as well. So you can do that. Let me show you what this site looks like. Now this is a test site, so there might be some interesting stuff on here. But you can see now that this new font that I had chosen applies up here. So like your menu is in the headline font, and the body text or the menu items are in the body text font. They're not capitalized. As you scroll down here, you can see that it's changed everything, including like the buttons. And this one has the red color scheme chosen. So the headline is bigger. It's all relative to that. So yeah, I mean, like this site actually looks pretty nice with this choice of font. It totally personalizes it to you. Now let me show you what maybe the blog looks like here. And this will, this shows you like you can totally customize that, changes your recent posts, all of that. And then, so anyway, it's a great way to overhaul the look of your site if you want to, along with your colors. And if your members area, this applies to that as well. So when you're in here, you can totally change that as well. So you can see that font carries through into here and affects that. So your total system look and feel change here with just a few clicks. Right inside, again, that was under my site settings, and then scroll down to the custom colors and fonts. And then you'll be able to play with that and change the colors to your heart's content and save and refresh and see what it all looks like. There's just so many choices here. We've come up with several presets that should look really nice for you, I think, hopefully. And yeah, give us your feedback on that. I'm excited to see what you guys can create with this. In addition to the custom pages, this is going to be, like we're moving more and more towards being able to build your personal brand online and make it yours. And the colors and the fonts are like one of the last things kind of remaining. And this really kind of moves us super close to, being able to make it. Well, it actually does let you create a custom website essentially, so you can make your own, make it look like your brand, and go from there. So, I mean, and of course, this is all optional. You don't have to do any of it too. That's kind of the nice thing. You get this beautiful website right out of the box with GetOiling, and as you grow, you can move into this, upgrade to the personal branding. It's not even really a plan change. It just comes with most of the plans. You can just make the effort and make these changes. So, yeah. So, if any questions on that, but if not, I can move on to some of the other cool stuff we've got going on here. We've got, let's see, so over in blogging. So that was another area that we had a few requests on, and we made a few improvements on that. One of them, notably, like under this blog post, when you're creating a new blog post, now previously there's been this section, like, so, and a lot of people use this. I mean, you write a new blog post, it's a great way to put it in front of people. You can't, it's not like the old days where you could rely on, maybe hopefully people are going to come to your website. So getting it in front of people by email and or text is a great way of doing that. And so there's an easy way inside GetOiling. Whenever you create or push the right link here and you're making your new post, when you're done, you can publish it and send it off by email if you want to, or text message. But now there is, did I not turn that on? I'll have to do that. Here, one second, let me pause my share. I think I'm gonna show you this on a screen where this is, I'll confirm this is activated right after this, and this is what, things always happen on demos. That's the fun thing.
They do. However, I want to really impress upon you guys, for those of you, maybe just a quick show of hands for you guys who are here today, who is currently writing blogs? Even if it's just once a month or every once in a while. Who has written a blog post with their site? All right, okay, a few of us, right? So this is a really great way for you to share what you know and get it out to who you want to share it with. And like Greg said, it doesn't have to just be something that sits somewhere until hopefully somebody stumbles across it. We already have a way for you to broadcast out to email. So let's just say, for instance, if you wanted to write a post on an oil that's being featured in a monthly PV promo, you could have a blog post about that, and then you send that valuable piece of content out so that your members can read it. Right. And now once you've created that, it lives on the web forever. How many of you guys have posted something on Facebook and then it was just like crickets? Right? You really wish that somebody would do something with it, but it's just there, right? When you create a blog post, it's something that lives on forever on the internet. And it's something that can be a resource that people return to and that you return to share again and again that same piece of information. And Greg has devised a way for you to get even more targeted in the way that you share. And that's part of what we're so excited about today, sort of simplifying this process to make it easier for you to take the things that you've created and then get them out.
Yeah, I am not having success with this here, so I will probably have to skip on to the next one. But that's okay. Let's see. I think I'll follow up with that, but I can explain it to you briefly here, and it'll be up, I think, shortly after the call. So there's supposed to be a box right here that has your tags, your contact tags. So shortly after this, this call is here, we should have a little box that lets you type in tags. And essentially what that does now, instead of just being able to email or text everyone in your contact list, you can choose one or more tags. It's a shortcut. Previously, you could publish the blog post without sending it to people and then grab the link and email it out or text it out manually. This saves you a few clicks. You just have to type in some tags. But I will get that up and working here shortly after the call is over. So yeah, it's really a huge time saver because, and some details about that, when you do check these boxes, what they do, like if you check email, oh, I have to check the box. I forgot about that.
Oh, it is live.
It's there, yeah, okay. So this is what a long weekend will do to you. We had the long weekend, and I forgot this little fun thing. But yeah, once you check the box, then you can choose which tags that you want to send them to. So yeah, so if you want to send it to everyone who's with these two tags or just one tag or whatever, it'll do that. So it'll match any of the. If a contact has one of those tags, it'll send it to them. But if you send it up by email, what it does, it puts the title of the blog post as the subject line, and the post itself in the email. So that is your email. Great way to get the content out there. If you send it by text, then the subject line, or sorry, the body of the text is the title of your post. And then there's a link on the end that takes you to your website. So it doesn't try to cram all that content on a tiny little text message. It just gives them a link to go through there. So yeah, you can go ahead and check this, and then your tags will show up there. And as you can see, it cleverly hides itself away when you uncheck all the boxes, which I'd forgotten about. So too clever. So anyway, that's
awesome.
That's a good thing to get that ability to just, that's a big time saver right there for people who are regularly publishing content.
And to give just a little bit of extra context for folks who are not maybe using the tagging feature or who are new to this, when you import your list from your virtual office, you are able to tag folks, but then also where you say go to a vendor event or a farmer's market or have a class that is maybe, giving people an option to say, I'm interested in home products or skincare or just different areas of wellness, right? They can sort of self-select those things. I'm sure a lot of us use tools like that, right? What you're able to do when you load them into your system is to give them a tag, and the tag is often effectively used as a descriptor for what they're interested in. So let's just say, for instance, that someone was interested in healthy pet care and you wrote a post that pertains to pets. You can then take that pet lover tag that you have applied to them, that you maybe applied to them after a trade show or something like that. And now you can get this valuable piece of information to that targeted audience that said they want to hear from you about that kind of information immediately.
Awesome, thank you. Yeah, that's helpful context there. So more blogging changes under now when you're managing posts, we're making it even, oops, I won't save that here, making it even easier to get the word out. There's now a share link here. If you look under you're managing your posts, there's a share, and you can easily share it to Facebook or Twitter, or just grab a link right here. You can right click and copy the link address if you want to do that. But if you click on one of these, it automatically, and I don't know if you can open that or see that because it's a different window, but it does open up a Facebook window that has your post there, and then you can go ahead and make a post about it, and it'll just easy sharing. Same with Twitter here as well. Pops you up in your Twitter box. You got to log in, and then I'll let you share that with your followers. And yeah, so also within here, I think there's another cool little feature here. So some of you have been writing lots and lots of blog posts, and eventually, if you're a prolific blogger, you'll end up with pages and pages and pages, not just two, but hundreds of people with hundreds, and I think in some cases thousands of blog posts that they've written, which is amazing and awesome. All this content out there working for you, sitting there and showing up on people's search results in Google, so that your website comes to the top of the list when they're searching for whatever they're searching for. So blogging is awesomely, it's a long-term game to help build your business. But for those of you who have a lot of posts in here, you might be like, well, I wrote that one post about, what was it? I wrote that one post about patchouli oil, but I don't remember where it was. So you could go ahead and type that in here. I don't think this demo account has that one, so I'll just search for something like test, for example. But you just go ahead and do that. It'll show everything. It searches both the title, the body, and the excerpt of the post, and shows you all the matching posts once you have filtered that down. So great way to find something that you've written in the past if you have more than just a handful of blog posts. And for those of you who don't know what the excerpt is, I can cover that briefly here. So here's a test post that we demoed, I think, several weeks ago when we were introducing the new fonts. But let's see here. Where am I at here? Yeah, so let's see. Publishing, what's I gonna do here? Is it advanced? No. Oh yeah, the excerpt. Okay, here it is. So under excerpt, which is under advanced options, what that is every one of your websites. So let me go view this post on this demo website. Every one of your websites has, there's a deep link to the blog, to a post. But if you just go to, I don't know if I have this in the menu. I do. Okay. So if I go to the blog link in the menu, then this is a list of all your most recent posts. There's some settings for this if you'd like that too. But what the excerpt does when you're creating that, oops, wrong tab. Let me close that one out here. When you're creating that, instead of showing the entire post body, it'll just show a little excerpt. So this is a great way to get people to click through. You have a little teaser content, if you will, or the first paragraph or two. And then for those people who have written a very long post, it won't like overwhelm your page. Like if you've just written the 87 paragraph, very large post, then you can just put a little excerpt there so that it doesn't overwhelm your blog page, and then people see that there are other posts there. So it's a great way to keep that trim. That's under advanced options. Show an excerpt and type whatever you want to in there, and it'll automatically show up there instead. So that's kind of a cool little feature that not too many people know about, but definitely the new one is on the manage screen here. You can share it out to social media pretty easily with just a click or two. Share it to Facebook, Twitter, wherever you want to go, and it'll pop it off there and make it super easy. So between that and the searching, those are great. Now there is actually also, I don't know if any of these have comments, but on here now we did actually add a reply link too. I mean, previously you just view the blog post and leave a comment, but here now there's a nice reply link which then jumps right down to the specific leave a comment box, so you can reply back to whoever it is that left the comment for you, for those that are getting comments on your blog. Yeah, so any context you want to throw in there? I think we're moving on to a different section here with, moving out of the simplifying of sharing into another section here. So.
Yeah, just one really quick. The search feature, this internal search feature, means that you are able to repurpose the work that you've done. So a lot of the training that we have here around using the system, and the system itself, of course, is not just built for you to put yourself out there, but for you to streamline what you do so that you are able to get out of the time for money trade, right? To have systems that work for you in your business. And content like blog posts are no different. You can take a post that you wrote 6 months ago and you can use it again, right? So being able to say, maybe there's a PD promo, I keep referencing these things, but that is every month there's something new and something different, right? So you could actually go back and search for something that you've written before, and you can syndicate that out to social media. You can go and share that on Facebook today. It doesn't have to be something brand new every time you go out to share. It may be that this is the right opportunity to share a resource that you've already made. So this is powerful for that purpose. So go search for a post and then hit that brand new button to go syndicate it out to the world.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And one other note, this searching of posts has been available on your website for a while. I don't remember exactly when we added that, but so your visitors have always been able to search your blog, or not always, but have been able to search your blog, at least in recent months. But now we bring that same capability to the back office here. So just wanted to point that out as well. And the next section here, so we're talking more like connecting more quickly and easily now is our next little segment here, features that we're looking at. Now, some of you may have noticed this, but under the Customize My Site link, there's always been your social media links. And for those of you that had a Google Plus account, you probably got an email a while ago saying Google Plus is shutting down for, and it wasn't for everybody. I think it was for commercial and personal accounts. I don't know who that leaves. If you're not a business or a person, I don't know, aliens, something. But anyway, I think there's some vestige of Google Plus still out there. But for most people, it's gone. And Snapchat, of course, has gained popularity. So what we've done is replace the Google Plus link with Snapchat. And so that you just have to put in your username, not a link, because Snapchat actually doesn't have a link that they provide you. Most people know their username. All these other sources, there's a way of getting that. But and so what that'll do, if I go to the actual website here and say, yeah, like if I do the contact me, for example, and it's also on the bottom of the themed website, but definitely shows up under the contact me. There's the Snapchat, and what it does, when you click on it, it takes you to a page that gives you a little, I believe it's a QR code or something. Yeah, you scan this thing and it shows up, and then you can add it to your Snapchat account. So or visitors can do that when they come to your website. So yeah, we've got Snapchat embedded now. I don't know, how many people are using that these days, but it's definitely growing in popularity and has its uses, especially for content that is temporary, flash sales and so on. That's a fantastic way of doing that. So yeah, that's a nice addition there. Another change that maybe, well, actually, I can actually demo this too, but related to the connecting piece, we've had the member area now for what's it been, a few months, and we've had some feedback saying that it's challenging for some people to get into the member area, and the specific challenge is that the way that it was set up before, when you invited somebody to a member area, there was an email that went out and said, click here to set up your account. And that was fine, but email is, I would just say at best, sketchy when it comes to reliability. There's a certain percentage of emails that are not delivered for whatever reason. Either if they go to spam, that's good. That's not good news, but it's like at least you can find it. There were a certain number of people where the email wasn't even reaching their spam box. It was like, being deflected at their email provider, wouldn't even get into their account at all for them to look at. And so those people weren't able to get in the member area. And so the change that we've made to make this easier, so once someone has been invited to the member area, and I'll show you what that looks like here, kind of the workflow. This is like if you want, what I'm showing you here is when you're adding a person manually. And we've covered this in other trainings. I don't want to get too in-depth to it here, but to invite people to your member area, you can either do it by yourself, so you can manually invite them, or you can add a link to your website that allows people to sign up right from your member area, page, or you can set up like a landing page so people can self-register and maybe it's hidden. So each of them have different purposes, and we've covered that in some other training. What I'll show you here is what it looks like with somebody who has a vault, for example, or member area. So when you're clicking on, or you click on a specific contact, if they're not added in a vault, you can click add, and then click add, and they'll get into that vault. This person has several, but in the case where what was happening is somebody would get added to a vault, the email wouldn't be delivered, so they had no way of getting in, and this would show they've never viewed it. It's blank, like this one. This contact has never visited that vault. So now we've made a change so that, let me go to the URL here. And again, these links are all in the back office. I just happen to know them. Oh, I'm logged in, so that's not going to work. I'm going to have to actually log out of here in order to see the login screen. And I wonder if that will refresh me. Okay, so I logged out of there. Awesome. All right, so this is what, and you see the new cool font and everything. This demo account has the cool font on there. But so they'll get here, and then they weren't able to do anything. They kept logging in. It said failure, can't get in, whatever. So what I'm going to do, so we changed the link a little bit here. This used to just say password not working. Added this trouble setting up your account. So what that'll do now is, as long as they've been invited to as long as this contact has been invited to a vault, at least one vault, they can come in here now and do this password reset, which then sends them a link that will allow them to log in. And for some reason, the password reset links are a lot more reliable for email delivery than the other one. I don't know why. It's just the nature of the spam traps out there, whatever exists in that for email delivery. But once they do that, then they can get in. They basically can set their password and get into the member area without having to receive that initial email. So it does create another way. Like if there's somebody who can't get in, you can just say, go to my member area, give them the link, and then they can do this and get in. And hopefully this helps. If there's continued issues, we'd love to hear about them so that we can make it even smoother. The reason we do send an email is just to confirm that they own it. Otherwise, people could just show up and start checking random emails until they hit on one that worked and then get in, which is, of course, what we don't want. So they do have to confirm that they at least own the email address, which is what the email does. But and then the other small change is this. So like if I type in some invalid email, whatever, and let's just say this is an account that hasn't been set up, I'll type login. Now on the second screen, previously it would just say email or password incorrect, but now there's a couple of links here that guide people towards that. Click here to reset your password, or click here if you've been invited to a vault and are having trouble logging in. And clicking that will then send them to this email page, or they can do the reset and get in. So it's more of a guided workflow to get in there, which hopefully will increase the number, the ability of people to get in. We're working on making this as frictionless as possible to make it easy like Facebook. Because everyone, well, not everyone, but a lot of people have Facebook accounts. Joining a Facebook group is easy. That's how we want to make this like as super simple as possible. If we still continue to hear something about this, we'll continue to make some changes along these regards. So, so that's that piece. Any context you guys want to throw in here or at this point?
Sure. I think that the most important thing for you guys to remember for a takeaway, if you are creating a member area, whether that's for prospects, for members, if you are a coach for clients, for builders, wherever you have a member area developed with things like online classes and information that you want to keep, your own private member area. What you do now, instead of trying to figure out, what campaign and invite them from here and there, you can simply take them to your member area front page and they can request access this way. It is a lot simpler. You have to invite them internally first, but if they haven't gotten in, you just send them to yourwebsite.com. If you have a custom domain, it's yourwebsite.com/members. Or it's getoiling.com/your GetOiling ID/members, right? So that's just one place that you can send them to. That's something that you can text out easily as well. Highly recommend you sending that via text because those tend to get opened a lot more frequently and responded to more frequently than emails.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that's kind of the end of the new features for now, unless I'm forgetting something. I'm kind of looking back at my notes here to make sure I didn't miss anything. I think that's the major changes there.
Yep, I think that's it. I think we've got them. You guys here today, do you have any questions for us? Any questions about how this could work for you and your business, or do you have other questions? You know, we're here for you to help you during this time. We also have just a quick welcome. She joined us a little late. Another of our team who you've met recently, Kim, is here. If you want to say hello, I know you said you've got some construction behind you, so you might not turn your video on.
Hi there, everyone. I am so excited to be back. And if you see emails from me, just remember I'm new on the team, so you're going to be seeing some emails from me, as well as Amanda, who's helping out quite a bit more too. So thanks for welcoming me, and let me know what your questions are.
Fantastic. Love this team we've got here. All right. So yeah, if you guys don't have any more questions, then we will let you on your way off to building your beautiful, customized, fully customized websites. That is such an exciting feature. You know, a lot of people go out and they will, you know, they'll get WordPress, for instance, which is free, but the themes and stuff that you have to apply to them aren't, and the time you have to spend to start from scratch and to turn it into something that looks like something. Oh my gosh. So now you can just go in and plug in a couple of things in your GetOiling back office, and you've got something totally customized to you with the links already set up for you to go out and promote and share and grow your brand. It's good stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, it even works with the built-in themed website, so you don't even have to like build a custom site. You can just change the built-in themes to use your fonts and colors. So
yeah, if you're blue and you're feeling a little extra, you can go get cursive on everything. I love it. I love it. All right, good deal. Well, I mean, you guys are good. Nobody's got any questions, needs any help. We will we'll see you on the next one. And again, don't forget, we're here for you guys. Send us your questions, your suggestions. If there are things that you want to learn more about, if there are ways you want to make your system work and you're not quite sure how to do it, reach out, let us know. And these sessions are here for you every week, whether you're a GetOiling member or not. We're here to serve young living distributors developing their businesses online. So you know where to find us. If you don't have an account with us yet, you can go over to getoiling.com and get started today for $1. Everything that you saw today and more, you can start with for $1 for your first month. You know, get in and pick a direction and get building. We're excited to work with you. All right. I guess we're good. Everybody's good this week.
it is. Good week.
Fantastic. Good to see you. All right. Well, you guys have a good week.
You guys too. Have a great work. A great day.
Awesome. All right, you guys. Take care.
Bye.